Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Brad, good morning. Darren, welcome to the room. James, how are you, sir? Good morning. MKO, good morning. Pat, good morning. Steven, how are you, sir? Good morning. GED, good morning. All right, we're going to go over a little bit of the news for the week. Not really much going on today. I mean, we have final wholesale inventory coming at the top of the hour. That's just a yellow folder, not as important. But into Tuesday, we have some economic news throughout the day. Early in the morning, and member Jefferson speaks. Then Wednesday, we're gonna get a little bit more important news. CPI, core CPI. Then you got Jordan's. No, that's Canada, but 10-year bond auction. Then into Thursday and Friday, and Thursday you got core PPI, unemployment claim. That's a big one. And into a Friday, which is going to be manufacturing index. So kind of a little bit light on the news for the week. I mean, we had the FOMC last week, so that's that's plenty. Now let's run into a nice little crash in crude into 64, and we're bouncing back about 10 points. So they're bouncing it back a little bit here, but obviously that market went into a decent correction. Russell 2000, a 50 NT Rinco Russell 2000. We are in a channel on the upside. Target number 3 is hit. Pullbacks into 1750 is buyable. And against this level, which is a 45.3, gold peaked around that 2080, and now we're pulling back to target number 3, which is almost the whole number, 2000, and bouncing back to the 30. Rallies are shortable against that structure and against this level here, 2060. So as long as that holds up, these rallies are shortable. ES, they put on a captain setup on the 50 NT Rinco, 40.8675. So off of that base, they ran it up to that 41.44, 41.60. And 41.40 is a level. If we hit and break below it, will instigate a bit of a pullback into the 41.20. So, the market is pausing here on ES against this captain setup. That's gonna, obviously, it's a short-term bottom right now, and the market moved nicely. There was a captain setup short right here, and market tested it and sold off to target 2. Now they build up that captain setup into a reversal pattern. So pullbacks are going to be buyable, but that could produce that pocket of sellers that we can scalp into lower prices. So that first half an hour of the morning is going to be critical for us to understand what type of price action we're having. So the Tesla and all that stuff we'll look at later. It's an inside day on the daily. After that massive move, pullbacks are buyable. And gold reversal pattern and an inside day. So we're starting off the day on a lot of these indices in an inside day, and that type of behavior, we definitely want to give the market a little bit of time in the morning to start generating expansions and not be stuck in a tight range around the middle of the range or around Globex. YM, a pullback here is buyable against Globex, which is 753. When I look at NASDAQ, we're looking at NASDAQ and we're looking at a pullback. Like right now, you need to see a close of this candle, and that close needs to be 268. If that happens, it's going to give us that pockets of sellers that can take us back to the whole number 200. And there we want to see reversal patterns to buy into. Yeah, so that first half an hour is going to be critical for us, and we're going to be patient and wait. Between 200 and the 100 NT Rinko, they are in sync, but we need more information. Globex is 316. And here comes the cash market open. Good morning, John. SNK, good morning. Adam, good morning, sir. How are you? All right. A slow start to the morning. I mean, here you go. We're getting a little bit of selling pressure against this channel. We have the market did a couple of things that are important to notice, right? One of them is this captain setup short. Then you had a follow-up of that of a captain setup switch trade right around Globex. Now you got another captain setup here, and they faded that one, and they're consolidating here. Catrice, good morning. How are you? I'm gonna post some orders out there just to make sure my system is operating as expected. Here we go. That's the shorts, and let's put some orders at the bottom here. Okay, ES is actually that's very interesting right here. Yeah, that's a good spot here. 98, we should be seeing a bit of a push lower right here. Target number 2 in this rotation is 284 half. Good morning, Brad. Good morning. So you're seeing them breaking this minor trend line in this rotation. So as long as we continue to trade under that 110, 116, we should be seeing pressure continuing in the market right now. All right. So here you go. Yeah, that's good to see right here. It's good to see here. Like we talked about, a big number is that 66. If we get there, we need at least to get to one of those two levels. Either we get to the 66 or the 367. And that's when we start seeing a little bit of momentum coming through here. Come on, baby. Let's go. So we're getting that selling pressure into target number 2. Definitely with this lower high and that push. Target number 2 is hit. A railroad short presented itself at 88 into this move, and continuation of this selling pressure right now. We're in the middle of the range on the 70 NT Rinko. We're separating on the 50. The overall structure of the market is leaning toward the selling pressure. The signals that presented itself early on between 2 o'clock into the 6 o'clock into, excuse me, into 7:30, and now it's all of it are showing us selling pressure. Let's take a look at ES. 50 NT Rinko on ES is still really a non-mover. You either have to break below 63 half or go above, 38 half, or get us above 63, 64. So one of those two things need to happen. For momentum to start to present itself. Right now, from the 20 NT Rinko perspective, you're just literally at target number 5 and oscillating, consolidating after a massive move yesterday. So that's one of those things that we should be expecting in the morning right now, is that type of consolidation that is typical of big moves from the prior session. So you definitely want to be patient in a day like this. All right, back in here. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Short. Target number 3 in the sequence is going to be 268.5. Lee G. Lee, it means it's out of harmony. That means the short-term trend versus the long-term trend is out of sync. Yeah, no problem. Target number 3 is coming up at 268. And we're getting these rotations, and we can tell. I mean, that I drew that line for a reason. ahead of time. Let's see here. So whenever the market just broke this minor trend line within the overall trend line, these rotations are starting to show up. So what's the action plan here? It's a simple one. I'm waiting for 9 o'clock. I want to see the top of the hour. I want to give the market a little bit of time. I want to see more conviction and direction. I want to see the 266 come up and close. That that will give us a harmony zone number 1 and 2 that we can measure risk against, and then start looking for entry points in the direction of the overall market. Now, we saw what happened on Friday, massive move. The market is digesting that move, and it's providing us with a pocket of selling interest. I mean, that pocket of selling interest can get easily overwhelmed with buyers on a pullback. And from a trend perspective, I am excuse me, I'm looking for these pullbacks as a buying opportunity, but it has to look a lot different than what it's looking right now. Okay, so we need to see the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. I need to see the cloud positive. I need to see a break of a trend line of this channel and a pullback to test it. So there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen here in order for us to get aggressive on the long side, but we have a whole day ahead of us. I'm gonna step away, just get some water. I'll be back. Hadouken. So we maintained and kept the harmony wave here. We tested it 3 times in this rotation. We're reading the market as a short, and actually just looking at ES, you see how well the shorts are actually starting to act here, right? See that inception trade short right here at 51.75. That was a good one. Yeah, so we're in the middle of the range on the 70 NT Rinco. We're testing the harmony zone on the 100 NT Rinco. We're getting a market that's it's trying to back and fill. It's really slow, like yeah, but that is not necessarily unexpected. It just after a big move in the market, you get this type of behavior where you got two things going on. One of them, it's an inside day, meaning the high and the low of Globex for today was within the high and the low of the prior session. That's the first thing. And second, you're getting slow price action, which means that the market is really trying to digest the prior move. Okay, so now they have a phase in that digestion of selling. We have a pocket of sellers that are prominent. Okay, now, I'm not going to be blindsided here. This can change very quickly. So as long as we continue to trade under 300 in NQ, the sellers will be in control. 66 is a target, and we're about to hit that target here. We definitely need to hit that target, and that will pick up some steam for us right there. Well, good morning, Omer. How are you? All right, we got 8 minutes. 8 minutes to the top of the hour. All right, we got the 66. Now we have two harmony zones. Harmony zone number one is 291 by 301. Harmony zone number two is 316 by 26. So those are two zones that needs to be protected along with Globex and the 300 whole number. So rallies back up are shortable against those two levels and against Globex against the whole number. Okay. Yeah, now we're in the process of looking for signals to get us into a trade, and we just have to be mindful that the overall structure from yesterday into today is still long, so the shorts that we will take will have a bit of a scalping nature. I'm going to be taking 5-10 points, go break even fairly quickly, and look for targets that are near price action. Target number 4 on the sequence is 219. It's quite a distance away. Then the next trend target, harmony trend target, is going to be 41, 241. And also, we got to be mindful of where we at as well. We're at the bottom end of the Globex band. You know, see this band right here? We're at the bottom of it, and that's typically a place where you'll get a counter trend going on. So I'm going to be watching for that. No trades for me so far. We're waiting for the top of the hour, and we're looking for a bit more momentum environment than what we're having right now. A lot of railroads really going on right here. All right, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Let's see. Let's see what they want to do here. I mean, they're still looking like they're liking the short side. We're at the bottom end of that Globex band. I mean, if they flip this market to 73 and a quarter, then you're gonna get the market retracing back up to 82. Yeah, that's looks like okay. That's what they're gonna do here. You're gonna see a bit of a rally coming up. 80. I mean, the question is that 80 tradable? I mean, we're breaking the harmony wave right here with this behavior. So I definitely want to see, I mean, if they get to the 80s, 85s, and then make a lower high, that would be actionable. The fact that they came into the middle of the range right now, I mean, you have to remember, we did this like 5 times in a row, and this is the 6th time. Yeah, don't necessarily want to get active getting short right here, but if they come test harmony zone number 1 and give me a lower high, yeah, okay, I can play. I can play. ES, the same thing. I mean, they took this harmony wave all the way down to where we at, broke it back up to 41, 49. We need to see a lower high. Yeah. Yeah, I like that analogy, Brad. That's about right. You always have to be extra careful. I mean, you're always careful, right? But days after major moves are notorious for choppy, consolidated patterns. So you have to kind of, keep that in mind. $80, $90, okay. Yeah, it was definitely a mover. MKO. It's definitely a mover. All right, let's stay focused. I mean, that's just the bottom line here. We need to continue to monitor the market and keep looking for a behavior that we can recognize as an entry point. We saw that first break of this minor trend line into this move. This could be another type of behavior that could mimic that. Attack, attack. Keep moving, keep moving. So we could call that the first test, right? Let's see if they test it again. Good morning, Khaled. How are you? All right, all right, all right, all right. All right. All right, let's see if we can get back up a rally that we test. Because that, if we get that second rally to pop back up, yeah, I'm gonna look for an entry. Good morning, Khalid. How are you, buddy? Okay, yeah, one trade short. Good for you. Yeah, we're looking for our first trade right now. That's interesting. Putting a switch trade right here. 74, huh? 74 and a quarter. If we get to 74 and a quarter, that may be an entry. We need to close below 74, basically. Thank you. I'm gonna go break even very quickly here. Ah, yeah, that was a little bit too quick. But I took that 74. I tried to get to that 74. I ended up getting 72.75. Picked up the first 5 points. And let's look for another re-entry. I want to look for another re-entry. So the expectation here is to really see a break below 65, and they're bouncing it right back up. Let's see if we can get another rotation lower, and we'll participate again in it. Think we picked up 5 points. Okay, they closed it. Yeah, I mean, we should be getting short. That's why against that 85. I mean, that's an entry point right here, 73.75. Let's see how they're gonna bounce this one up. I'm gonna reduce my size to only 2 contracts here. Yeah. See this, they establish a new harmony wave. We need to get involved on the short side. That's what we need to do. ES is tested the middle of the range and is selling off more convincingly, by the way, than Pat. That's your railroad right there, my friend. 73 half. I figured you would have taken it there. Let's see if we can get another shot at this. I mean, that's again from 73 to 65. There's not a lot of, they're not giving you momentum under this Globex band. And that's why I needed to kind of keep it in a scalping mode and just hope to see that flush. And when I got in there, picked up 5 points and went break even. You know, so I could still be managing that trade with multiple re-entries at 73 half. Let's see if we can get a lower high and a 68 half close. That will set the stage for a bit of selling pressure. Yeah, I mean, it's bounced off of that 65 like how many times already? It's plenty. But eventually they'll chew through that demand if they keep continuing to trade the way they're trading. Yeah, if we break that 68, that could be a entry point. We need to see that close. I may jump back in there. It's another railroad on a lower high. I'm just gonna go to 2 contracts right now. Taking one off. I need to see a quick momentum here. And I'm gonna keep my stop small, so I'm gonna tuck it in a little bit closer, and here comes, we should be seeing momentum coming in here. I'll take it right here. There's no speed. There's no speed. I get it. It may keep going. It may keep going. I get it, but it's just one of those things that is the nature of the beast today. These breaks typically in a fast market, you'll see them just flush. So when they start, meandering around what it looks like a double bottom, it's gonna literally invite a lot of this double bottom type of trader, and they will fade it just enough to stop you, then reverse back in. So in that type of environment, I'll just have to take my small profits and just keep rolling till I get better behavior. You see, that's that's what we're dealing with here. Yeah, no, I get you on that one. Well, I mean, the 50 is confirmed, but still that behavior is still present. Um, yeah, and Pat, we're at the bottom end of the Globex band, and that's always been an area where the price is gonna get faded back up. Good job, visual trader. Okay. So we're testing the top end of the channel and also harmony zone number 1, which is 291 to 301. I'll let them do what they want to do here. Yeah, we're gonna keep working at it, Stephen. I mean, the market eventually is gonna start breaking one way or another, especially later on a Monday. Just stay reading the market and keep getting in tune with price action, and eventually, eventually we'll break into a good trade. The 50 NT Renko just produced a captain setup long. So here you go. Now you're getting that type of disconnect between what the 200 NT Renko is saying versus what some of the other charts are saying. And that's a disconnect in the market. So in order for us to get short, again, we need to really, truly break that low, 64. We got to break that low, then rallies become shortable again. And or as long as we stay within this channel and continue to make lower highs, then, I'll be very picky, but I'll still look for shorts. Because you have the 200 and the 100 NT Renko are in sync in that direction. But you're getting other parts of the chart. The charts are disagreeing, which tells you that there is a fight going on here between the longs and the shorts. They're trying to defend the 60s from flushing into a new momentum candle. And they're so the longs are trying to make a stand and the shorts are coming in and they're trying to defend, and you're getting this back and forth behavior, which consistent, very consistent with a market that's consolidating after a big move and a price action that's in an inside day. Those type of days, you have to scalp. This is not a trending market. You got to take your profits quick and manage your risk even closer. Oh, you're going with the captain setup on the 50, Omer. I think that's what you're doing. Good job, visual. Yeah, definitely. YM and other instruments are moving a little bit more robustly than NQ. So we're looking at ES and we're looking at ES and NQ. That's the two instruments we're looking at right now. Are you going short? Okay. Against that captain setup? You never know. We'll see. So we made two decisions. Both are profitable. Small scalps. It's interesting that they hit the top end of that channel and just got faded into a one candle reversal. So you really gotta push below 74 into the 66 area, and then rallies become shortable again. Because you got to break that captain setup long that they put on the 50 NT Rinko. So we don't want to. Some charts are saying go short, and the other ones are saying go long. You don't want that. There would be opportunities to take advantage of, but you have to, be super scalpy in that kind of environment. Okay, well that's good to see. That's a important inflection point in price action. Yeah. And the fact that I took two trades within like a 15-point range, very close to each other. That also tells me that I need to just give the market a little bit more space and let them break out of these ranges to create momentum. Because imagine me trying to put another trade right here. It's like, okay, so what? I put three trades in a 20-point range. Yes, I'm making a little bit of money, but I have to still define the environment in an effective way, and that tells me that this is a range that is too tight around an area where the market tends to lift up, and I rather see a breakdown than a rally back up than just trying to get short right here. Yeah, you need that 64, Omer. You need that failed captain setup on NQ on the 50 NT Rinko. That would be huge. We will be in business then, that's for sure. Yeah. Hadouken. Hadouken, 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 Hadouken. Yeah, make sure, Omer, you take something out of it. I don't know how many contracts you got. You got short into this. Good morning, Ken. $78 to 70. Yeah, yeah. At least you picked up 5 points, if not more. And now what? Now watch it tank, right? So see that lower high right there? That's promising. You got to break that 69. Then rallies are something that I'll be interested in. To short into. $23 people. Idiots. Personality. Okay. Maybe. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. We're back to the bottom end of that range. The question is, look, can we get a rally? Can we get a rally to jump in? ES consolidating and making lower highs, and here comes that market. See, Omer, how that one worked? You just had to be out of it. That the target we're looking for is 41, by the way. And now you get momentum. A bit of direction and a little bit of momentum. That's fine. I mean, let them rally this thing back up. We'll start looking for entry points on the short side. And the 50 NT Rinko is failing. Khalid, what are you saying? Are you saying the target 43? Yeah, I mean 41 to 43 is the next target. I'm gonna put an order, just a one contract order here. Then I'm gonna do another order at 76. Sheila, good morning. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Okay. I mean, they're putting an inception trade right here. I get it, but let's see if we can get a better price at that 72. I may not get it, really, be honest with you, but I'm just gonna keep it out there. I don't necessarily want to see a switch trade right now either, because that will push the price a little bit. I'm gonna cancel these orders and just wait. Yeah, they put a switch trade right here, then they're gonna go into a phase of 76, could be 80, and I'll rather just wait for that to happen. Then they reverse and confirm it, then just put my orders up there and let them hit it on the way up, because this could just as easy go to 82.90, which will stop me out. So I'm gonna just treat this a little bit differently here. So the 72, I'm just gonna take a mental note. I would have been filled here. Let's see how. So let's see the 80s. To get to the 80 here. So ES just kind of flipped and most likely is going to jump up a little bit to the 47. That's going to push NQ a little bit further. ES has not closed its 50 NT Runko. So that's 72. And I think my 76 has not filled, but the 72 has filled mentally. $78, $80. Well, that was a good decision, right? So now that where things kind of get serious here, you break back down to 60. That'll be a captain set up on the 50 NT wrinkle that failed and a switch trade short, and that's when we and I will get a bit heavy, getting short in the market. So now we're getting some lines here or some behavior that supports us getting aggressive. But that means that the market got to get to that 60. If you start breaking anything above 92, it will put a pause on the shorts for me. So we're retesting the declining resistance, and we want to see how well they hold this line. $72, 76. That'll be 74, 84, 89. Yes, 92. Oh man. All right. Look at that, huh? I mean, to the clock. I mean, they're just like literally coming up to that line or that channel and just getting faded. All right, the 59s. I mean, if they break this level right here and rally back up and give me another lower high and a new harmony wave short, then I can get in there early and then wait for the 58 to show up, and I add to it into a flush to target number 2, which will be 42, and that will get us to the close of this trend move. So that's a scenario that I will be looking for if the market cooperates, obviously, right? If we start doing this kind of number here and keep flushing back up, then I may not be interested in that. Now, what will be interesting is if they put a captain setup short right here at 71. Yeah, I may jump on that one short as well. If they close that candle anything above 82, then that will put a pause on that idea as well. Question, do I want to go long here? No. Why? I got a 200 and 100 that are in sync on the short side. Till at least the 100 break above 302, I should be biased on the short side and just aware of what type of rotations are dominant here. Market consistent with consolidated market. See, whenever you have harmony wave long, harmony wave short, harmony wave long, this was short. So this type of behavior, all it is a chop to build stops. breaking that channel. Why did I not see that? I wonder why I didn't see that one, but all right, how is everybody doing so far? Just doing a check on everybody in the room. It is 9:48. How are we doing, guys? Adam, Brad, Sheila, James, any trade? James, Catrice, any trades? Catrice, Ken. I know Khaled did a trade for a short. I don't know if you did any more. MKO, Pat, Steven, Omer. How are we doing? Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday from Frisco, Texas. We hit the news over the weekend. Not in a good way either. I'll tell you guys all about it here when things slow down. All right. Steven, let me see here. Steven, no trades. That's good discipline, my friend. I like that. Pat, green. Okay, a couple of trades. Small red so far. Okay, that's manageable. 50 plus 50 for Ken. Good job. $3,800 multiplied by 17 evaluation accounts. Adam, I think you like consolidated markets, my friend. Good job on that one. No trades, Catrice. Okay. One trade green, MKO. Green for Omer. All short with short moves. Yes, Khaled. That's what we were looking at. That's exactly what we've been trading. I had two decisions, made a little bit of money. Nothing really, you know, a big deal here. Just 134. We took a flat. I got early off one and made a little bit of money on the second. So days like that, you make a little bit of money. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So we'll just keep reading. It's all about reading the market accurately and positioning yourself in the direction of the bigger move and just managing risk very tightly while understanding the overall environment. So I feel like we're doing that accurately here. So the 50 NT Renko, yeah, I mean, they kind of broke it, came back. I wouldn't be surprised, Omer, if they go back in and hit target number one at 261. I wouldn't be surprised, but you gotta get a failure of this harmony wave into prices lower than 73, right? In order for that to happen. This is a kind of environment where I want to watch more than trade. Hey Mac, how are you? Yeah, bro. I mean, I live in Frisco, and I mean, Allen, you know where it's at, right? Obviously, um, that mall is not too far away from where we at, and we go eat there all the time, shop there all the time, and it's crazy what's going on over there. I was actually there like last week. nutcases out there, man. Yeah, yeah, shooting stuff. Yeah, man. This guy just went crazy and killed a bunch of people in the mall next to where I live. Like it's literally not 10 minutes, like about 10, 15 minutes away from where I live. And it's a place that I shop there. My family shops there. I think it's time for that concealed carry. I know. I read his story, and he checks out. Like he checks out across the board. I mean, he doesn't have a criminal record. He didn't have, because he wouldn't be a security guard if he has any blemishes on his record. No dishonorably discharge from the army. Nothing. He's as clean as a whistle. But I think he has some affiliation with a neo-Nazi. At least that's what they say on the news. Who knows? Affiliation with an extremist group. So I'll be interested in knowing what drove him to this craziness. Man, you don't know, man. You could be at the mall at Stone Briar or something, and just somebody start shooting. I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on here? Guns and nut jobs don't mix. Yeah, well, how do you separate the nut jobs from the guns? How do you know that a guy that has a clean record is gonna go AWOL like that? How can you? I don't know if you can. You cannot police every corner of every city, and you cannot take every gun out of circulation, because it'll end up the criminals have the guns and the law-abiding citizen not having any, so that doesn't work. You got to work on what? On mental health issues. There's a lot of crazy out there, man. That's just you'll spend the whole United States budget on curing crazy in this country. I mean, like, yeah, but see, that's just that conversation will never end. That's the problem. See what I'm saying? Like, you could argue the 10 different angles that you could solve this. Yeah, lately Texas has been in the news, and not in a good way. That Uvalde one in South Texas with the 19 kids. That's just fucking horrible. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Any person is responsible for protecting themselves and protecting their family. So learn the skills that makes you effective at defending yourself. That's not an automatic gun, Steven. That's a semi-automatic. It's not. It's not a. It's not. He's not spraying anybody. He's taking it one shot at a time. Could have done it with a gun. Could have done it with a shotgun. You could have done it with an explosives. You cannot. When somebody's intent on doing harm, they're creative enough to cause it. I don't think a gun is gonna jump out of on its own start shooting people. It's just people shooting people. But anyway, let's not get involved in a political discussion here because that's going to distract us from the most important job that we have. And that job is we're here to make money. Let's make money. We know how to do that one. Yeah, I know, I know. Like I'd like to know if there's like one easy solution to all of that. Really, like one thing, if you do it, it stops. You know, I get you. I bet you this guy's just been out of a job, playing video games all day long, and kind of like down on life. Had some extremist views that got promoted through social media, and he snapped. He didn't see hope in his own life. <clears throat> 309. 309 is next. Well, I mean, you got two harmony zones, 316 to 326. That's just the next zone after if we clear 301. That's the two levels that we need to be very aware of. Then a complete reversal of the structure is 341. Okay. The 200 and the 100 NT wrinkle are still in sync on the short side. So really, I'm we're testing harmony zone number one in an effective way too. By the way, I mean we came in here, tested it, rolled it over, came and tested it one more time. So the expectation out of this structure is to see the middle of the range at 280. So the shorts have some work to do. They really got to break that 74, break this cloud, present us with a new harmony wave short, get back into this channel. They got to do a lot of stuff right here in order for the shorts to take control again. Right now, the longs are making a stand and they're becoming a bit more forceful in the way they make it, you know? So now we're digging into, harmony zone number one right now. You know, you break 300, you start consolidating with higher lows, that changes the personality altogether. Yeah, I would be careful, Umair, up there. There's a lot of crosswind coming back and forth here. This market is just, they're trying, but they're slowing down their ascend. Whenever you get one candle reversal, one candle reversal, one candle reversal, the market just seems to be toppy right here. I'm going to be patient here and just look for something that makes a little bit more sense. You got conflicting crosswinds in the market between what the 200 Inti is telling us should happen, and the 100 is in sync so far, but it will get out of sync at this level. It will be at 304. Yeah, 304. If it'll get out of sync at 304. So then you got a captain set up on the 50 that failed and now reasserts itself. So there's a lot of crosswind right now. And what would be actionable is if you get a break above 304, at least you have the 100 Inti in your direction, and pullbacks become viable on a not a swing trade basis, but on a scalping basis. Okay, so that's one type of price behavior that could present itself. The next one is going to be a break under 74, cloud shifts negative, we re-enter the prior channel short, and that will present us with short opportunities, and we'll start clearing the Globex band. Okay, so you got this or that happening. Anything in between, the best use of my time is to just pay attention to the price action and continue to make assumptions and get in tune with the price action and make sure that I'm still understanding what they're doing. Yeah, Safe, good morning. I'm doing good, man. We're just here doing what we love to do. Doing what we love to do. Come on, baby. Yeah, very possible, Khaled. Very possible. mean, they presented us with a pocket of sellers. Now they're trying to counter some of it. Ultimately, one of them is gonna have to give in. The 304 is gonna be the ticket to the longs. You got to break 304 in order for that scenario to start presenting itself. And like we discussed a little bit earlier, either that or you break below 72, then I'll I'll position myself for those two scenarios. So to make that idea of covering the gap a possibility, 304 has to happen. Right now we're in this gray zone where we are looking for more information from this market. So do I think it's going to happen? I mean, I'm not necessarily thinking those terms. I'm looking for areas in which probability will present itself. So 304, if it happens, then that will make a gap fill very possible. Okay? Then I can position myself and my risk and my entry and signal toward that goal. If we fail to do that, then the 70 to 75, is a very distinct possibility, and that will collapse that whole structure into a run down to 241. So I'll position myself for the shorts if that scenario presents itself, because the probability will support it. Anything in between, I'm reading this market as a higher low market, and they're chewing through harmony zone number 1. So it's the longs are gearing up here. And here you go, 74.75. So that's I'm trying to understand your text, Pat. How do you SAU in the US? This day eats worms. I'm not sure I understand that, my friend. I think now I understand. Well, in the US, a day like that called "This Day Sucks." That's, well, or here you go, Adam. Adam is saying it, I think, better than I can. Eat crapola, but you know what? I mean, we say that, but we're reading the market good. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's slow, it's consolidated, but we understand it. And we haven't done, I mean, all the decisions we made are good decision that actually yielded money. So I don't care if the market stays within a 10-point range all day long. I really don't care. As long as I read it as a market that is consolidated within 10 points and I'm making money, and or better off not making money but making good decisions. And that's all I care about. That's the only thing I can control anyway. But yeah, we've seen better days, Pat. We've seen a lot more hyperactive days than what we've seen here. But Khaled, see the long scenario is definitely taking hold here. The shorts have like one level to protect themselves, and then it's over. You know. All right, I'm gonna step away for just a moment. I'll be back. All right, guys. So let's see what we're dealing with here. Yeah. So I mean, I see this break right here, and that 04 happened. The 200 and the 100 out of sync, and price action stabilizing. There's pockets of buying interest that showing persistency to it. You know, pullbacks are buyable against 85 and 80. That range here, if that holds any pullback into the bottom end of the channel, is buyable, and that's going to lend itself to a gap fill, and that gap was not a big one either. Yeah, I mean, buyers are coming back. We'll see. It's a gap fill scenario, and the key was the 04. I mean, once the 04 showed up, things started to, You got the 200 NT Rinko and out of sync. The 100 NT Rinko got in sync. You got yourself a switch trade at 303. I mean, it's moving up 10 points. Potentially, we can hit the Globex at 16. There was a switch trade on the 12 NT Rinko. Is that what you took, Pat? I think that's probably what you did there, right? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's not a bad spot. All right, we got 10 minutes, 10 minutes to the top of the hour. All right, you guys are doing all right. Khaled, any more trades? MKO, Steven, any action? Catrice, watching. Okay, yeah, I think you're gonna get your gap cover. Okay, good deal, Catrice. Okay, good deal, MKO. Good job. Come on, baby. Here we go. We're getting to Globex. Looks like it's a big rainstorm coming here in Frisco. Hey. Well, that's wonderful, MKO. That's a great thing to hear. Being patient and being okay with it is going to keep you very calm as you navigate your trading decisions, and that's will lend itself to a lot of mental stability when you're trading. That's good to hear, my friend. Keep it up. Hey, Catrice, I sent you a message. Just take a quick look before we end our session. All right, how did we end up, guys? Omer, Steven, safe. Any trade safe? Pat, I know you're done for the day. MKO, good job. Khaled, anything beyond what we saw early on? James, any trade? Sheila, Brad, and Adam. Adam is up. Did you add any more to that 3,700 that you made? Brad, let's see here. No trades. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You got to trust yourself and trust your read. If your read is you're not comfortable with the environment, then don't do it. Simple as that. Done. Done with what? Done for the day. Red chop. Yep. Omer, good green. That's always good, my friend. Oh, you left some there. All right, man. Well, good luck with that trade. Okay. By 318. You're asking a question, Khaled, or you're wondering? I mean, no, I was talking. Well, Omer was saying on YouTube that he bought a 298 long and leaving it for a runner. So that's what I'm responding to. Would I buy at 318? I mean, that's no. You're looking for pullbacks to buy into, and right up here is just too. You're literally at 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 this area where price action can consolidate. So I need to see a pullback potentially to the 301, 300, a retest of it. Then that would get me to start thinking in terms of entry on the long side. So that's it for us, guys. Right now, I mean, that's we made a couple of decisions. Were profitable decisions. Made a little bit of money since the beginning of the month, and you can look at all these trades on YouTube, one trade at a time, and see these decisions we made since the beginning of the month, and go and back them up into what you see on YouTube. And we're up about 1447 on these decisions, trading 1 to 3 contracts max. Hardly any drawdown, be honest with you. That's where we at for the month. That's it for me, guys. Was fun trading with you, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow. Have a good one.